Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to Outfit Wars Season 4 Nexus Edition. I am your caster, Gelos, joined here by Zangief, my co-cast.
Whoa, look at us. We're on Connery casting a
Wow!
match.
These
That's
are the
crazy. We're on Connery.
these are the latest matches for anybody in the EU time zone as well as the Emerald time zone. After these matches, it's going to be until tomorrow that we see anymore. But these are going to be. This is actually going to be a fun one. I actually do know some of the Viking guys. This is actually an outfit. I know they play on Connery a lot, but they actually are from Emerald originally. At least a good portion of them, the 1TR outfit, essentially. Just came over to Connery a long time ago, made the Viking outfit. So I do know these guys fairly well. The SLNM, I don't know quite as much, but it's not too big of a deal, as I've said in previous casting. Who everybody is for outfits in particular doesn't matter too much. What we want to find out is just how everybody plays on this map. It's a very unique map, and it's the first time pretty much anybody is going to be seeing it and playing on it, and how you kind of adjust to it is really what we want to get down to for first time players especially. As I've said, this is a new map for a lot of people. Let's go right into the map screen here. We'll talk about how the match rules work, as well as how you earn points and how you get bracketed, because it all works a little differently. And then, of course, that is the map there you see on the left side of the screen. If anybody is familiar with something like Community Smash, this is kind of similar to that. It's just a nice small few lanes that you kind of play on. You have the option to kind of go around a little bit of strategery here. Map metagaming does come into play, but you can see it's a lot more constricted than something like Desolation, or even a lot of things like Server Smash, or some of the bigger community smashes that you've seen in the past. It's a very focused sort of map. This actually is a pretty small one. The way that the match rules specifically work, you can see here on the right, the teams are 48v48. I believe both sides are bringing a full 48 stack as well. Let me just take a quick look. I don't think I can actually see the
No
full top,
idea.
can we? Yeah, there's no
But
way to
just based
tell.
on the warp gate activity, it does seem like both teams have
I think so. I would
pretty
assume.
close to even pop.
Yeah. No Colossus or Bastions are allowed, for obvious reasons. No construction as well. This is a pretty big change from what you were expecting from previous Outfit Wars, where construction was absolutely critical to how you played it, and you basically couldn't really do much without some portion of your platoon actually dedicating themselves to it. Here, it's a lot more traditional. You actually have vehicle polls at the bases you cap, as well as the bases you own. You do actually want to make use of vehicles as well. We'll get into actually how these particular maps play out in just a few moments. But construction does not play a role in this particular map at all. The team with the most territory at the end of the match, or whoever caps the enemy home base and connects that warp gate, is actually the winner. And they get a full that pool of points that I'm going to go over in a moment, as well as getting their map win, which sees them into a better place in the brackets for the future. Now, for the way that points work, each base gives 2 points a minute. This is for specifically bracket points, so that if there's a tie in your wins and your losses, by the time you make it into the seeding section, this is how they kind of balance it out. If you have more points than someone who has the same amount of wins and losses as you will get a better spot. So each base gives 2 points a minute. The total amount of points you can get in the entire game is 500, and if a team wins with that dominating victory, that sort of that cap on the enemy home base and connecting the warp gate, they get whatever's left in the pool as well. So you do definitely want to get that dominating victory, and it does give you a better chance of having a good spot in the pool later. So it is a important thing to note there. These two outfits, we don't know how they're going to do on this map. Again, this is a brand new map, so let's go right into the actual game screen. I'm gonna swap one thing over. I know you see the old overlay there. I just gotta quickly swap that over because I do have their instance in here. So give me just a moment. If you want to talk a little bit about at least one of these neutral bases. you can, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on that second POV for everybody. You can go ahead
Yeah.
and explain it.
So, yeah. So, the middle base here is called Granite Head Reactor, and it's a pretty cool looking base, right? It's pretty cool. You probably can't see it because it's not on your screen right
No,
now,
no, it
but
is.
it's
It's
pretty.
on screen. It's actually
Oh,
your POV,
that's
remember?
crazy. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I forget
Okay, so
that.
they just saw me phase through the earth then.
Oh, they sure did.
Yeah, so this is an interesting base. Gelos and I casted a match on Emerald earlier, and it was actually pretty interesting because if you look at the map, it seemed like one side went to one base, the other side went to the other base. But we saw the one team pull a bunch of armor, and they just rolled it straight through Granite Head, because Granite Head has this just open road right here, this like almost like a tunnel, and you could just drive your armor straight through this. And it was actually a very interesting tactic in that they utilized this tunnel area basically to just pass this base and go attack the other side. And they basically took both bases and then converged like a pincer, and they took over Granite Head Reactor. So this is kind of like the Granite Head Reactor area seems like basically the place where a lot of the air congregates at the beginning of the match. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Connery matches handle this middle base, because the middle base kind of feels like a linchpin, but it also feels like tactically in your opener you can kind of ignore it to try and take the two bases instead of one, because this one is also a 3-point base, and 3-point bases are quite difficult to capture. But because there is no overpop in this, well, theoretically there's no overpop in this format, it really is going to come down to skill, and it's going to come down to the skill of your air, your ground, and your infantry. And especially with these like long bridges,
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of the bases here have these long bridges, and we saw the match that we commentated. Basically, the outfit that was on TR had uncontested air, and they just A to G'd these bridges. These can be really deadly if you capture a base, but you have no air control, because you will literally just get hammered going across these bridges.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it will be interesting because of the fact that you're going to kind of have to think a little outside the box. You're going to think differently. Gal drops, pulling sunders, and stuff like that, because all of these bases have vehicle spawns. This isn't like this isn't the Desolation era. This is not Cordium related. This is all actually pulling stuff from vehicle terms and air terminals. So you can be a little bit more creative with how you attack these bases, because Desolation really was requiring you to basically build out into the areas, whereas this one just has bases, and it's just more traditional gameplay style.
Yep. Let me go ahead and go back into my game screen. I can go ahead and fix that up now. I do still have his second POV. You're going to have that up in pretty much the whole game. Let me just do that real quick. That should fix the blank screen. There we go. So the rest of this map, you just went over Granite Head. That's specifically the middle point. The two other points here, these also play out in an interesting way. It does, you do have to have that air control. It is important. I'm just gonna very quickly, let me just crop that overlay, because I know that's gonna mess with people being able to see that score later. Let me just quickly fix that. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying, the actual Bitter Gorge over here. This point here is a kind of a classic map. I've seen this many times in the past. This is a map we used to use for pickups. It's a great map for actual infantry play, as long as at least some sort of a warding off of the enemy air is here. If you have no air control, if the enemy has full air control, you're going to have a very hard time. You can see just how open everything is. As you noted previously, those long bridges exist on a lot of these bases. And you can see here, this is no exception. Long bridge right here, where you're going to have a potential Sunday setup right here. This is the same on the other side as well. So both sides really do need to be making sure they have some sort of AMS here, as well as some kind of air control. Because once you grab that triple stack top floor, you have to go from here all the way down to the middle point, which is on the second floor. You got a little bit of cover here with that roof, but if anybody's ever actually gotten farmed by a Banshee Mossy or an Air Hammer, which I think we're going to see two factions with Air Hammers here today. you know it's you know this little bit of cover is not going to always keep you safe. You do need to make sure you have some kind of way to actually keep the air off you. So we're hopefully we're going to see both sides actually really bring some kind of counter to air, whether it be just air superiority in general or sky guards, rangers on your buses, something like that, just to keep that air off of you at all times. So Bitter Gorge, fantastic map when you're playing it as infantry, but you got to be very, very careful of how open it is on the top. On the other side over here, the this sort of abomination tech plant. This one is another interesting one where it only has one point that is fairly exposed at the very top here. This is the B point. It is inside of a 4 square. So there is actually a decent amount of cover inside, but again, anybody who's gotten farmed by an Airhammer or Banshee Mossy, somebody who is very good at those can still do a lot of damage to the inside of a building like that. The rest of these, however, a little bit of a tougher time. You'll probably see this particular base if air control becomes a problem, this might be the one base where one particular outfit might have a little bit of a better time actually dealing with each other because this one has a lot more cover on the inside. Again, this is a kind of half tech plant style thing, so very, very reminiscent of your standard tech plants with just a few differences, obviously being this very open middle area here without the walls, and then that bottom point there, which does not exist on any other tech plant. Of course, that top area there, which is very, very different from any kind of tech plant, I'm sure, that anybody's seen. This is all kind of stuff that, you know, they've had in the works for a long time, and it's fantastic just to see this sort of make a return. Again, we have actually we've played on these kind of maps before. They play fantastic as long as you have some sort of air warding, some sort of air control, some kind of way to keep the air off of you. The vehicles are going to play a pretty important part. Tanks. And things, obviously, they're going to be dealing with buses. That middle base that you were talking about, this is Granite Head. This neutral has 2 very good spots for buses, but of course, you got to get your bus in here, and then you got to keep your bus safe. It's fairly safe back here, but if you don't have any kind of vehicle control, a tank can just roll right over here, poke his little head in here and just kill your bus. So, you know, both sides still got to be aware of vehicle control as well, not just air control at all times. We're going to see, though. We're going to see if both sides can really sort of get some kind of control on either, you know, whether it be air or just vehicles in general. The infantry is going to play a fairly important part. You know, we were talking a little bit about how strong the air was in our last stream, but you know, several other streams have shown lots and lots of infantry fights happening in all 3 of these specific middle base. Look at the blue warp gate yellows. They have 48 actual, 48 can't. Well, technically 50. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I thought it was I think it's supposed to be 48 v 48. If I remember right, I read the rules. It says 48 v 48.
There's literally, but I could see the Viking player is currently in their spawn right now.
Oh, so it's just bugged and they have
a... I see the enemies trying to shoot them right now.
You know what? I'm not going to go over there, but that is... You know what? Actually, here, let's do this. I got your POV right there. There you go.
This dude... he is not in the right warp kit right now. Look at that, they're trying to shoot him.
Hey, careful. Who is that?
Look, he wrote a chat.
Who is that? How did he do that?
Look at him looking around. He's just like, where am I right now?
What do I do in this particular situation?
Hey, I'm on NC. I could just jump on into one of these vehicles.
You know, I don't know if that works. He's just out there running.
Jump in this galaxy. He's gonna galaxy.
He's just out here running. He's having a good time.
He's running through the tundra. Oh no, he's been caught.
Ah, sheesh.
They're shooting him, he's running.
Oh no, get out of there. Alright, let's go back to the main screen. I'm gonna continue with the explanations. You talked about this neutral in this underground area too, right? I think you did.
The tunnel?
Yeah, the bottom area. Okay. So that is a very unique spot to Nexus. They have a lot of these sort of designs in a lot of these bases. I want to go to, I'm not that one. Where is it? Nexus Omega as well, which there's a one that is exactly the same. It's identical home bases on the other side. So these have these underground sections here where you can drive your bus through. This is built to sort of help with the home base's warp gate, so you can drive your bus in and actually get to multiple different areas within this base without having to worry about all of the air or C4 LAs just immediately killing your bus or something like that. So you can get to a good spot to get your bus set up. This is your home base though. If either side gets to this base, it's going to be a really dicey situation. You really don't want that to happen. Blue is going to be represented by SLNM. Today. Is it SLNM? I think it is. Yes, SLNM. And then the other side, that's going to be Viking, is represented by the TR side. Unfortunately, this is the early days of Nexus. Hopefully, it's going to be ironed out. But everybody's going to be a red enemy on the obs cam. I do apologize. There is nothing I can do about that. That is just a bug in Nexus right now. However, just as I did in the last one, I'm going to try and explain more specifically what's actually happening. Now, the match has just started. We already can see the SLNM, looks like Reavers, lots of Reavers actually, out the ass, going straight for the middle point. Expecting to see some Mozzies here. Oh, I'm sorry, not Mozzies, Reavers as well on the other side. Again, this is going to be really hard to explain who's winning, so I'm going to do my best.
Gelos!
What's going on, buddy?
He pulled air from the other team's work. I'm following him right now. He pulled a Valkyrie.
No way. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm following him right now.
There he is.
Enemy line.
He's doing his best. Get in there, buddy.
That's crazy.
All right, we're going to swap it back. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. So right now in the air, again, it's going to it's going to be hard to tell. But what it looks like here is I believe the Viking air is winning this fight from what it's looking like here. I'm seeing a lot of air hammers still as well. These are usable in the air. You can see a few of these guys using air hammers to actually kill. And again, this is mostly Viking still alive. SLNM does have some members. I believe they're still over here maybe. I'm seeing still Vikings. There's a couple of SLNM guys over here. But you can see here, they're just getting slowly killed off. SLNM still repolling though. Repolling, coming back. They don't want to just completely give away this air. Yeah. This is important.
So it looks like big fighting 50-50 basically at Bitter Gorge right now.
Okay.
So that it seems as though Arizek doesn't really have a lot of pop on it. So they've just committed to the left base and the middle base.
Okay. So yeah, right now we are seeing a lot of, it looks like this is Viking here, I believe. Hitting that A point, which means that they're moving up a little bit. They do still need to get the C point over there. Vikings still doing okay though. This is good for them. Right now it's 50-50 pop, and they're about to have 2 points. If you notice, by the way, it takes a little while to actually flip. Oh, actually, you know what? No, yeah, it is. So it just takes a while to sort of flip that. But I do believe they might have that. They're represented by red, aren't they? Yeah, so Viking actually does only have 1 point. They still need to get a B point. That means they don't have a spawn, I don't think. They're going through strictly beacons as well as airdrops. Viking,
they have control of the skies from the looks of it, so they probably are going to be a steel rain.
Oh, interesting. I mean, again, the outfit resources are totally allowed, so we're expecting to see more of this kind of stuff happen. Don't know which side is pulling the steel rain. I do see the steel rain coming.
Yeah, there is a bus down here for SLNM.
The steel rain drop is actually happening on the Abominable Tech Plant over here, Satcom hub. Don't see them dropping yet though. Did they already drop? Maybe they already dropped. That might be what happened. SLNM, I think, was the ones that dropped. It's just a few of them, it looks like. I don't think they had a massive drop. And I think Viking may have actually just held it off because they're holding both points. They're about to get maybe B point. No? That's SLNM. Okay, so they all dropped en route here. SLNM still holding on.
I flipped over to Arizek. I'm trying to see what's going on over here.
Oh! Look at that. Accordion bomb killing that bus. That was the, I believe, the Viking bus got killed there. But That air hammer coming in from Viking. That is Josh, Whirl in C. This is not somebody you really want to see outside your Foursquare.
So
I
looks like Viking is actually taking control of 2 points over at Arazek now.
All right, let's go take a look at that. Oh, actually, you said Arizona. Yeah, let me put you on
Yeah,
this screen. There you go.
Zeros Lord is.
Oh, you mean Satcom?
cleaning.
Sorry. Oh yeah, there
Oh
he
yeah,
is.
sorry.
Look
Okay.
at him.
Yeah, he's
With
in his harasser by himself, just blasting.
good old
fools.
harasser man. Yep. So that's
So
a good spot for that harasser.
Yeah,
That's gonna be really hard to deal with.
15 seconds left on this cap. That all 3 points are now in control of Vikings, so they're gonna get this one right here.
How do we tell how many points each team has? Oh yeah, good point. Hold on, I gotta refresh the overlay. For some reason, it doesn't refresh on its own. This actually could be the wrong match entirely. Let's just find out real quick.
You.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's hard. Yeah. Okay. So this is the right match. We're good. So
Yes.
looks like right now we see Viking in the lead for kills. But if you see in the middle there, that does tell you who has the most. Who has how many bases? 4 bases for Viking right now. 4 bases for SLNM. And as well as you can also see how many points each side has so far. But the important bit here is who's going to actually keep hold of all the territory. Right now, neither side coming out fully on top, but we do see a hydroponics compound being flipped right now.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at that.
It seems like SLNM is kind of overcommitted to Bitter Gorge right now. They're probably going to end up pushing some guys over to try and take on the hydroponics people, but they are running the risk of losing 2 bases here because there's guys on Granite Head, a lot of Vikings on Granite Head, and hydroponics has numbers on it too.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a look at Granite Head. We're going to keep an eye on this for just a moment because this is where a lot of the action is. We're going to see if SLNM does another drop. Right now I'm seeing only Viking Air. Really not seeing very much SLNM at all. I see oh, no, I take that back. Here they come. Nope. No, that's once again, that's more Viking Air, actually. They re-pulled more air. SLNM Air actually is getting shot down fairly effectively. Now, I do see a tank. Look at this. SLNM, I believe, Skyguard there, trying to do what he can. Doing a little damage here and there. Really just kind of a warding off of one side. SLNM is going to probably take Bitter Gorge here. It's only a 10 seconds left.
SLNM just ran through hydroponics. They brought the pop. They took him out on the point, and they've resecured it right now.
Moving quickly. That's good.
Yeah.
Right now, we're still seeing really, really effective use of those Rangers, those Sky Guards. They're doing a good job. SLNM still effectively...
Wait a minute.
Well, hold on. We see a couple
Bitter
people.
Gorge just flip to... Bitter Gorge
I think it did. It did.
just
Bitter Gorge
flipped
just
to
flipped
Viking.
to Viking. Oh,
Wow.
no. That is a
was
steal.
Big
SLNM
steal right
had people. Viking just dropped enough. They had a B point and a C point. I think SLNM was still near maybe the A point and just kind of respawning in. I didn't realize it got stolen right out from under them.
Yeah,
So Bitter Gorge goes to Viking.
They may have committed too many resources to Granite Head and hydroponics because it seemed like the pop spiked really large in those 2 bases, like out of nowhere. So they probably figured that they had Bitter Gorge, and so they redirected a lot of their guys over there. And unfortunately, that ended up costing them because Vikings swooped in and just took Bitter Gorge right from under their noses. Oh. And now they have the ability to just kind of hit a lot of different bases here between Granite Head, hydroponics, and Slate Canyon.
All right, well, let's go see what the next fight is. Granite Head obviously is the one that they're really focusing. They don't want to lose that. And then Slate Canyon is being capped. We're going to take a look at Slate in a minute. Let's go take a look at Granite Head right now. We're going to see if Viking does a counter of any sort here. SLNM, big presence on the C points. Very, very small presence everywhere else. We do see nobody on A, and then B point being capped by a single Viking member. So SLNM... just effectively, they're just kind of, I think they're just kind of regrouping right now. It just seems like that Bitter Gorge kind of dazzled them a little bit.
Yeah. Well, they're fighting on a lot of different fronts right now.
Yeah.
The Slate Canyon 50-50 and Granite Head's a big 50-50 too.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of fronts that they have to defend now.
Viking has taken 2 points. They did a drop and actually got a couple of kills here in the C point, but they weren't able to get a full hold. SLNM still in here, managing to hold them off pretty well. A lot of the Viking members just dying as they drop in. Now SLNM just holding onto that roof quite effectively. Lots and lots of drops just right here on the roof. Not really going through for Viking, though.
Yeah, so it seems like SLNM is doing a good job of keeping them at bay, granted it,
Yep.
but hydroponics,
Hydroponics is a big deal.
yeah, there's a
Let's go take a
and
look at
see if
that.
SLNM can react fast enough against them.
Oh, and we do see some air right here before the two bases as well. Is this SLNM or is this Viking? I think it's Viking. This is Viking. So Viking has big air presence here around hydroponics. That's not good for SLNMs. Oh,
Yeah,
singular
no,
galaxy. This is not good. He is gonna go down before he
yeah.
makes it anywhere nearby. Luckily, he is the only one in there. There's only one player inside of that galaxy.
Yeah,
SLNM, big presence inside the double stack, it looks like.
Unfortunately for SLNM, Viking does have superior air. So,
oh yeah.
But they've been fighting them. They've been fighting them in the skies. They have not tried to just like give it up to them completely, but it's definitely been advantage Viking in terms of the air power right now.
Somebody did ask, how does SLNM have so many vehicle kills? That's a good question. I feel like it's possible maybe something's bugged and like turrets are showing up as kills for vehicles. That is, that's not out of the question.
It's possible, or it's very possible that I don't know if like deployed Sunders and stuff count, because Viking have been doing a good job of getting deployed Sundies out, and SLNM have been running around blowing them up. So I don't know if that actually counts towards it or not.
I highly doubt it. SLNM has 108 vehicle kills.
Oh, okay, never. Oh, you know what it is? It's very possible that it could be. Is it? What script is it running off? Is it running off like recursion or something?
Nah, I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Because I know like recursions have that issue like lately where it's like it just keeps counting up like vehicle kills that you didn't have. So I'm wondering if there's like something wrong with like the API where it just keeps like randomly counting.
I would not doubt that the API is just bugged, because I do see it just ticking up every now and again. Yeah. But at least it's just vehicle kills that seem to be bugged.
They're trying to push in here at hydroponics, but they are just getting thwarted on this bridge. The bridge has become one of the big problems.
Yeah.
But they're getting in here. They're starting to make a little bit of ground.
But unfortunately for them, here comes the maximum.
Here comes the great equalizer. The maximum unit.
So that maximum unit, he didn't have a huge presence in the actual fight, but now that he's here, basically SLNM's not going to be able to push back into that,
revive grenade
that building.
Going out. SLNM immediately takes it. He's
no
running.
Way.
He doesn't want to engage. He's dead.
Yeah. SLNM, they're very likely off of that building. Oh, actually, I take that back. Hold on. SLNM counter Max coming in. Maddox at the ready. He is already at a 75% health. Can he battle it out? He's going to likely lose this. Just barely, though. Look at that health. This Max actually almost dies to a jackhammer across the way here. He's at like 1 health. But this is likely going to be a Viking win, I think. I don't see nearly enough SLNM actually getting past this double stack. Weirdly enough, I'm not even really sure why they keep going for this double stack, and the point's actually in the powerhouse behind it.
I'm really curious as to how effective these Skyguards have been for SLNM, because we didn't see any of that.
I don't know. I'm looking at 127 vehicle kills. They must be doing something.
we didn't see like any vehicle play in the match we casted, and it's like they've had some dedicated Skyguards, and I've seen them pick off a couple of VSFs here and there. I'm just wondering if it actually is.
I do know that Viking 1TR guys. I know that they usually get some pretty good pilots for whatever they do. So the fact that you're not seeing literally constant barrages of lol pods and air hammers probably means that these Skyguards are doing an effective enough job, I think. And it's only 2 of them. You're only sacrificing 2 players for this kind of a decent amount of just get them away, just fly swat them away.
So Nexus Omega is now being capped by Vikings. Not a lot of presence on Slate Canyon. So it seems like the SLNM is really committing to hydroponics, and they're probably going to want to rotate some guys to Nexus Omega.
Britzu in chat says, "Can we change the player colors? That is not red on red, NC on NC."
Hold on, I got this.
No, hold on. So as annoying as it is, unfortunately, there is nothing we can do. The Nexus right now is just in a bugged state, so I'm trying my best, though. I'm trying to explain what exactly is happening, because I know everybody is in C and everybody is red. So I'm doing my best, though. I'll try.
I did tell Varunda in the chat in PSV. I said they should just make an overlay that just says that the colors are bugged. So that way, like, you don't get like 5 million people. Well, we've already gotten 5 million people. Like, why are the colors all red?
It's all right. I understand the frustration,
No, I get
because
it.
it is
Yeah.
very
It's
difficult
annoying.
to understand what's happening.
But
As
Rel
much as I
Rel
try.
is probably aware because
Oh yeah.
he was in Osprey's chat earlier during the Miller match, like earlier today, and like while that was like they were discussing it, so they're definitely aware of it,
Oh
and
yeah.
they were aware of it early today. So hopefully that gets fixed.
Yeah, by
If
next
we're lucky, it
weekend
gets
would be
fixed for
great.
tomorrow, but I doubt it.
Well,
you know,
maybe. I've seen them
maybe.
move pretty fast on some bugs, so I mean maybe. So what we're seeing right now, again, I know it's hard to understand. What we're seeing right now, this is Viking inside of this building. A couple of SLNM coming in from the bottom stairwell here. They're clearing out pretty well, these Viking heavies and medics. Pretty effectively, actually. There's one Viking medic left, though.
Oh my god, look
he
at
get
this
an
dude.
Amaretsu kills, and look at that Fragnate kill. He's got a couple of SLNM people, though.
Right here. Look at him.
Oh, he's getting more reses off.
Oh,
Fragnate comes out. That's going to
Fragnate.
clear out the last remaining Viking medic. Now we got SLNM. Big presence inside this top floor. Fragnate still coming out every now and again. But SLNM going for big pushes here.
Yeah, they're getting the revive nades out, so they're getting numbers up.
Viking now getting pushed back out into this hallway. SLNM, big presence coming out now into the hallway. We got to see a huge push here in order for them to get this back. We got to not only see them get this back, they also have to hold it and then actually manage to cap the next base over after that. And it's going to be really hard for them. I mean, we're talking about 2 bases. Actually, 1 base is actually red. The other base they could get and actually go back and then potentially continue down the neutral lane. There's still time for them to save it, but they got to continue this kind of cohesion. They're doing really good right now. Now, this is where it's going to get hard for SLNM. They're all coming in from a specific angle. Meanwhile, Viking is just all over the place inside. Crossfire angles out the ass, all over the place. This could still be Viking holding on for a few more minutes. The way that this is going.
Yeah, I mean, things are. It seems like this has basically become the main fight. I'm looking around the map right now, and this is really where everyone's pop is right now.
Oh yeah.
So it's just a slugfest here.
Yep, and on your side there, you're seeing some medics rezzing there. It's just a nice slugfest there with heavies and medics fighting it out. I've got the same over here on this side too. We got another medic rezzing on the heavy over here. We got a Viking push potentially going to happen on this point to try and get some reinforcements in there. Because right now it's just and here comes SLNM getting back on that point.
Oh, look at these.
Oh, but the crossfire angles from
Look
Viking.
at these crossfires.
Absolutely filthy crossfires.
Right here just got shredded.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just getting.
It is a difficult
this is a
time
mugging
right now.
Look at these, dude. They legit had like 3 different angles. That was a mugging right there.
Yeah, that was a gross. SLNM, you know, they tried their best there, but that one was a rough call. They tried to push in and just get some time on that point. But, you know, Viking actually played that extremely well, staying outside and in the door frames to make sure that when they did do that push, they would immediately crossfire them right back off. That was a very, very good play there by Viking. And they're going to continue to hold on to this point now because of it. Again, you can see how long this cap is, though. I mean, there's a lot of time for SLNM to try and come back from this.
Yeah, but the problem with that, they are going to have to run across this open field, and, well, there's people like Josh flying around.
Yeah, and I think, is that Josh right there? Or is
No,
that just
that was a random SLNM guy. Who just got oh, there's Josh.
Oh, there's Josh. I see him. Oh, I think I'm hitting the Citadel shield. I didn't even realize I put one up.
He's dead.
Yeah, he is dead.
R.I.P. to Jorbington.
That's what I like to see. More
he's
more
top
George
fragging
kills.
at this base though, so.
He is, yeah.
These SLNM guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's the long run just to get to that spot, and they're just getting cut up like before they can even make it to the doors. It's rough. It's rough when you're in this spot.
Yeah, it is. You can see just how open that is on your side too. Back here on the point itself, I mean, you see just how dug in Viking has been.
Yeah.
This is basically what they've been the whole time, except for that one time they sort of baited SLNM onto point and just held the door frames, and that was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
now SLNM potentially going to be going for another big push here. I do see a lot of SLNM members in hall.
Oh,
we might
C4
see...
coming out. Oh, he just died.
And then here we go. We've got a couple more SLNM members just trying to regroup. We got a couple more even coming in from
Valkyrie to Valhalla. He's fighting alongside SLNM. They just ignored him the whole time. They just walked right in. What is going on? Am I missing something? Or is he actually on their team?
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
you think it bugged out and put him on their team?
Yeah, I think he's like legitimately
Oh
on
my
their team
god.
Right
Sus.
that is hilarious because he's just running around with them right now and no one's shooting him.
He is truly among them.
You know, you're really getting the true Alpha Wars experience when you're just playing for another team while repping the tag of the team that you're playing against. Wait, the guy next to has a Gelos helmet.
Oh, let's go!
It's a Bebo helmet.
Bebo. Now back to this screen. Viking has actually gotten pushed off slightly. SLNM just has a couple members. They actually did manage to push them off the point, which means they've got a little bit of time. They've got to wait about 4 whole minutes, and that's huge because they really only have slates to push off of from here. Because right now they have no connections. They got to basically wait this out until slate goes through, and then they can do something. But this is a super dangerous spot to be. They can't get hydroponics to start flipping, which would actually give them a little bit of it would relieve a little bit of the pressure they're in right now. What we're gonna see likely, because you don't see it yet, Viking is gonna come back in hella gals. We're probably gonna see a push pretty quickly. In fact, I kind of want to go check out their work because I don't see a lot of them left over here. I see a ton of them at their work. Let's go take a look real quick.
While we have some downtime, since they have to fly over here, I just wanted to let you know that not only was there a Bebo helmet, there's a guy who's actually dressed exactly like my character.
No!
He's got the Nightcat helmet and the solid blue camo, and he was running alongside you. I was like, yo, this is Chinese Gelos and Zangief running alongside each other. This would be if we played on Conry.
Hey, huge news, by the way. The obs cam did it to me again.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
Did they come flying in?
Don't worry. I'm using your camera. Don't you worry.
Long ships, the long boats are coming in.
We have actually been flipping between your camera and my camera pretty effectively. I really like this setup.
Look at this drop.
What did I say?
The maxes. Oh my.
6. What it was.
Sound the horn. They're going in. They even got the NS max.
Alright, now that I'm back, Nexus Omega, right?
Where the hell, where did SLNM go?
Bro, this is the second time this has happened, like, right at the best moments, too. I'm glad we had your POV for this one.
Oh, they went to Bitter Gorge.
Oh, was this a bait?
This.
Was this a bait?
They abandoned it.
Wait, no, this is, oh, I see what you're saying. SLNM went to Bitter Gorge?
Yeah.
What the hell? Can they go for...
They just took all 3 cat. They have less than a minute.
Yeah, that's not enough time. I don't think they can... That's not a good idea. You should really not let this go.
There's 3.5 minutes on Nexus Omega right now. There's less than a minute on Bitter Gorge.
Yeah, but the problem is they can't get... They can't... That's not going to mean anything. If this caps through, then this is going to be Viking win. They have to come back and defend this. They can't let this base go. If this base goes, that is it. That is actually going to be... Yeah, that'll be Viking win. It just needs to connect. So SLNM needs to come back. They have to come back and actually...
Needs to connect to the main
it just has to connect.
Oh. Well, we'll see how this one plays out.
Oh boy!
Well, there's 16 seconds left. There's still 3 minutes left, so they can get this one really quick and redeploy quick. Yeah, they're already redeploying fast out of here.
I mean, it's just weird that we didn't see them already. Maybe they didn't... Did they know?
Okay, well, somebody on Viking is already flipping B.
Oh, well, shit.
That's only delaying the inevitable, though,
yeah,
because they're going to get this.
Yeah, that one's going to go through. That one's not too big of a deal, but the biggest deal right now is that SLNM has to get back on this point.
Okay, Cap just went through for SLNM.
Okay. Now, SLNM, can we see a max charge? We have a couple of maxes already coming in.
Oh, yeah, they're already here.
Now, Viking has their maxes, too. They've already entrenched. SLNM, we got one. They got to deal with the second one, though. He's got the Aegis shield up.
He's got the shield.
Can you get him?
Why aren't they helping
you got to get him.
They're not helping him.
He's so low. Oh, no.
The Viking player was going to kill the Viking player. Dude, they have to kill this Max. This Max has a sliver of health.
He's literally so close to death. Here's the engineer. He's getting repaired. It's over. This is an entrenched Viking hold. I don't know. It's basically SLNM needs to pull.
Oh, he died.
Literally everybody needs to be a max at this point.
He walked in front of us. Oh, here they come. They're pushing in now.
Yeah, big push.
Oh, they're just getting.
Yeah, that's not working. think we're looking at the same angle even. This
Okay,
is just like the focal point of the fight.
Yeah, they're coming. They're
here's
coming in from another
too.
angle now. Look at the angles, bro.
Oh yeah.
Connery Bebo, he's running around here.
Yeah, I see him. I see him. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that that $80 heavy skin that I have.
That's
though.
true. That's true. He grinded out the heavy directive.
Yeah, I would never do that. That's
You would
disgusting. So I do see a lot of SLNM in this building, but the problem is, this isn't the cap. They have to get on point. They cannot just stall here. Here comes an SLNM Max. If he leads the charge, he's got the Aegis shield.
Oh, he's pushing in.
He's going in.
There's
He has to deal with so many Maxes. This is not good. There are 4 Viking Maxes in here in different corners.
They need help. Like these SLNM Maxes are just not getting help from the rest of their team.
Viking is just, they're holding way too strong here. I don't think SLNM's going to be able to get back on here. I mean, I saw one player just make it up here,
right
but...
now because it's just Maxes on
oh, no, you're right! SLNM did actually manage to make it in here.
Push.
Holy hell!
Oh.
Viking, I guess, overcommitted with their Maxes. Too many of them. Alright, so SLNM back on point. Again, I gotta stress this. If they can't abandon this base again. Like they can lose Bitter Gorge if they lose Nexus Omega, that's game set. That's it. Yeah. So they can't lose this one.
I mean, it was a risky play, but like they did get a little bit out of that.
Yeah, they did.
They did get the base. I already see people redeploying out of here. So.
Oh man, I don't know if that's the best idea. They're doing it.
Yeah, look, that's their commitment.
Let's take a look at the air fight outside, which I do hear a ton of Reavers. It looks like a lot of SLNM Reavers though. Seeing some... oh, here's a big Valkyrie drop from Viking. And I think that was... is that an SLNM Airhammer? I think it is.
This Vikings guy's just walking in with an Airhammer. Okay, he's dead. I was gonna say, like, nobody was...
So SLNM still holding on to point. They got a little Desi kill there, very cheeky Desi kill.
Vikings are looking to get a push in here.
Yeah, there aren't really enough numbers of people in here for SLNM to hold this effectively. If Viking does a big push, SLNM is going to be in very, very big trouble. They only have, I think, 2 Maxes, maybe another infantry in here somewhere. I don't even see the second Max, actually. I think it's just 1 infantry, 1 Max left. We got another infantry coming in. A lot of them just keep getting stalled down there on the outside.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there may be another point of entry for Viking, but it really just seems like they're committing to this section. But they're not. Yeah, a little bit of movement over at Bitter Gorge, but I think Viking are looking to take that back because I just saw a big pop spike there at Bitter Gorge.
Which again, it is a questionable move. Yeah. You really don't need that, but it's fine. Whatever floats your boat, man. This is like the most important base right now.
Well, you know what? I'm wondering if maybe this is like they're trying to bait SLNM.
Maybe. We did see SLNM very quickly try to redeploy and actually go for Bitter Gorge. Again, it could be just a misinterpretation of the rules, and they don't realize that, you know, if they don't get fully warp gated, or if they get fully warp gated, that's the only way to lose. But really, it's just a connection. That's all they need.
Yeah, there's 2448. Connecting them to the warp gate right now, so we're gonna see if they there's pop is starting to flow in here at Bitter Gorge. I'm curious if this is kind of a feint and that they're gonna go and try and attack the the Nexus Omega again.
Let's take a look here because I'm coming right over to Bitter Gorge right now. I love this map. This is easily one of my favorites. Let's see what's going on here. I do see some air, and I don't hear any sky guards, so the air is somewhat free to do what they want. I see Josh over here about to do exactly that.
Hey, you a Bjorn man in Yell Chat. Turn Gelos into strong drink.
Thank you. By the way, did you see Josh kill his fellow Viking member, Valkyrie to Valhalla?
He's a real hero. He will go to Valhalla for his efforts of fighting with China against Vikings.
I really love what just happened there.
And Viking have now secured Bitter Gorge, but there's a steel rain happening.
Where's that coming from? Where's this guy at? Here we go. So I see. Is that Omega?
Yeah, looks like it. Maybe that
Vikings
are trying to do a. I'm gonna watch it.
I see one SLNM member. This is the Viking guy.
This was SLNM. They just
coming
steel
back
rained onto their own.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I mean, there was no real pop here,
Yeah,
but
and Viking just dropped numbers onto the Valkyrie to Valhalla. He's in the AA turret right now, trying to shoot his own teammates.
you gotta get him. I really love this man.
I need to know who this is.
This guy's spirit is really what's keeping me going right now. He's quite literally my spirit animal. Imagine being put on the wrong team and just still doing your best.
Yeah, still fighting.
I absolutely love this man.
Up
Look at him.
Their spawn beacons right now.
He's
actually like giving
giving it his all. He does not care that he got put on the wrong team. He's not throwing this. This man is going to Valhalla. You're right. Oh, that Reaper just got...
Hassan has now been controlled by the Terran Republic.
Nicely done, everybody. We grabbed Hassan. Good job.
Hey, good job, everyone.
Good job,
Actually, we're on Vanu right now, so...
Ah, heck.
Okay, fighting going on inside. Vikings are in control of the point.
Yep, once again, Papa's starting to equalize as well. SLNM starting to respawn to this a little bit. Where did they go? We saw them re-drop on this. Are they going Slate? They went Slate, I think.
No, there's...
Really?
Oh, it's a 50-50 at Slate.
Yeah, it was 50-50 at Slate.
Well, SLNM is trying to push on point at Nexus Omega right now. I'm watching...
It's such a difficult fight for SLNM. I really do feel for them, because right now they're basically constantly getting harassed on their home base. Meanwhile, they're trying their best. They're trying so hard to actually get some territory, so that if they can push off this home area, they'll have a little bit of a head start in trying to come back from this. Right now, it's super rough.
They actually just took over the point at Nexus Omega, so they flipped it back. I mean, I'll give SLNM credit though, because they've been at a disadvantage for a good portion of this match, especially when it comes to the air game, and we've seen how important that is early on in this season. But they just keep fighting back. They keep slugging it out, and some unorthodox tactics. I mean, utilizing the Steel Rain, which we don't really see a lot of outfits do,
and utilizing the Steel player, grabbing Viking for Valhalla.
Yeah,
very important.
Yeah. Well, in order to get into Valhalla, they say that you have to die in battle. So, he has to fight.
Yeah, he literally,
even if it's against his fellow Viking. That's how he gets into Valhalla. He cannot die a dishonorable death.
You're not wrong, though. They're trying their absolute best, even utilizing that Steel Rain to go back to their home base, making sure they don't lose that home base. They're keeping pressure on it. At the same time, they're trying so hard to get some territory back. And again, it just is a super difficult predicament to be in. You're getting pressured on your home base. That could mean literally everything. Meanwhile, you're still trying to get some kind of that territory. You can see, by the way, at the top, the points pool is now empty. So Viking does come away with the most points. Which that only affects if the ties, or rather if the wins and losses get tied when you get into, I believe, the playoffs. Is that right? Yeah, once you get seeded into the playoffs is when. Yeah. So if you get more points there, that's where it would affect you to have a tiebreaker. So that is it's definitely good for Viking. No more having to worry about who's getting how many points. But whoever wins this does get that win on their record. Which just automatically gives them a better slot.
Less than 13 minutes to go. They're up 7-2, so they're in a very comfortable position. They can basically play this out now that all the points are no longer up for grabs.
Yes. And again, we do see some of that air coming back in. SLNM just doing very scattered drops. And I know that it's hard to understand what's going on. For any of those guys that are just tuning in now, I know that it's all red enemies, and I know that it's all in C. But there is just some slight differences. I'm trying to call out the best I can as to who's doing what. Viking did just make the cap. They're represented by red. They did just get the cap. SLNM just gets back on it. But notice something. They can't cap. Nexus Omega, which has been flipping this whole time.
Notice that the massive pop is now on Nexus Omega for Viking. So they are now swarming into this point.
Yeah, they can't even reflip this, so they have to go back to Nexus Omega. It is do or die now. They have no other territory to do. And yes, you can see just how many Viking members there are, just all over the place.
They need to get all their pop off of Slate Canyon immediately, and it looks like the pop numbers are starting to shift. So SLNM knows they're mobilizing their guys to come back here. This is gonna be an interesting one right here because this is the last base.
Yep.
I think it would be a really nice moral victory if SLNM manages to hold this for 11 minutes.
I think
they've done a good job of pushing.
They
back
really
on
have.
them,
Every time that Vikings seems like they're just too entrenched for them to possibly get pushed off, SLNM does it. They actually do manage to kill enough, actual human players, maxes a couple of them, but they do get a lot of those humans off the point itself. Vikings, they have a little bit of a harder time coming back and reinforcing, it feels like. Now, we do see some big pushes here by Viking. This could be an overextension by them. They might actually get punished for this. If SLNM's smart, they definitely will punish by going in a different angle and actually pushing them fully out this same angle. We do know that there's some SLNM members on this angle. Let's go take a look at the other side, see what happens. Because yeah, there it is. Some pressure coming in from the other side. 3 SLNM maxes. Several people just died, actually. 1 max, 2 humans.
On the southwest side right now, SLNM just got pushed very hard. Like, Viking went super aggressive going down the skinny stairs and just pushed them right towards the door. So SLNM got a little scared. They didn't want to push it too hard. But now they're starting to move in. They've got numbers now. They're pushing in. They're taking down these maxes.
Yeah,
it's just a slugfest down here now.
This is looking pretty good here for SLNM. They have a good bit of momentum. Here they go. They're hitting that point. Going right in.
Yeah, the bad thing for SLNM right now, in terms of holding this, is the reality that Viking have now taken every base. They can fully commit to this base. So this is going to be basically a 1-to-1 standoff between these two teams.
And here comes some more guys, actually. They're pushing pretty hard into this powerhouse. And this is exactly the punish that I was looking for. SLNM punishing Viking for doing that overextension. They're trying their best to get that full pressure and push them out that same door they were pressuring. But look at what just happened. Viking comes back. They actually re-counter push that and get them outside. And now there's not enough SLNM members in here. They actually just got fully pushed out.
Yeah. You know what the problem is, honestly? Viking have made really good use of the C4.
Yeah.
SLNM really haven't seen a lot of C4, and when it comes to the max-on-max gameplay, probably could have used a little bit of C4 to counterbalance the fact that...
C4 is extremely strong when you have these entrenched maxes. People will sometimes sleep on that.
Yeah. They've done a good job of fighting against these maxes and taking them down, but, like, they really could have used that C4, because not only is it, like, great at killing maxes, but it's just great at crowd control. Getting, like, these guys, like the medics and the engineers that get close to those maxes and killing them, that's a huge boon for them, too, when they can do that. But I really have not seen any C4 from them. I don't know if that's just, like, not something they do, or, like, a lot of revive nades. Like, they've been throwing it. They have been, like, taking every revive and continuing the pushes. So, like, they've been doing a good job of just continuing the fight, but they really need that. I really feel like they need that C4 to kind of even the odds of it.
Yeah, it would be extremely handy, but as you're saying, we're not seeing it. We're not seeing a lot in pretty much any SLNM members using that C4. Meanwhile, Viking definitely making a ton of use of it. I even saw one get thrown out there a second ago. But there we go. SLNM actually pushing back. They're managing to get back on points. It's a 2-minute and 20-second cap until it goes back to their side, and then they could actually pressure a little bit onto the other points, get a little bit of pressure off of this home base. Obviously, it's too late for them to get any kind of a win, but they are doing a fantastic job and not just losing home base, and that in and of itself is a very commendable thing to do. They're playing this extremely hard. They're making sure that they are not just going to just roll over and let Viking have this full win. They are fully committed, and they're playing extremely well now when they're kind of pushing back on their own home base.
This is about honor at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the map right now, there's not a single SLNM guy at any base right now. It's only this one. They are fully committing. They're going to hold this down. They're going to turtle, because at this point, there's no shot of winning. There's no shot of getting any more points. No more on the table. Just fight it out. Just hold on to this one.
And that's
get
exactly
that timer
what they're
to 0. Yeah, get that timer to 0. At least you could say, you know what? We may have lost, but we didn't give up that last base.
We didn't lose the home.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a commendable thing to do. They're doing a pretty good job of it too. They just got pushed off, but you can see here an immediate response. SLNM, big presence here in top of Powerhouse. They are trying very hard to get out of this left dubs. I see just a few people here. There's not very many. If they do a big push, they may actually clear this out no problem. Got to see what they do here. Oh, yep, there we go. SLNM making a push. He's just in the corner here. Oh, but he gets taken out. SLNM just you know, they're taking their time a little bit here on that left dubs. I don't know if they have another angle coming in. No, they're getting taken out on the other angle. Meanwhile, I do hear a Max coming in from the other side here. Yep, here comes the other angle. This is the northern side. This is where the danger comes in. SLNM comes in with their Max. That is a double, I want to say, hacksaws? Goes down, though. That is Viking countering immediately, not letting that go through. Now SLNM going for another push back onto point. They're going to re-secure this, and I think if they can hold this for about a minute, I think that would be, I think we would be able to call it that Viking will not get the full cap on home base, and SLNM will have successfully, actually I think it only takes 30 seconds even, and we can call it. Yeah, SLNM will have successfully kept them from actually full capping on their Outfit Wars match. So far, pretty good. SLNM, you know, it's rough. Both sides had almost no prior knowledge of how to play this particular map going in. Very, very few people have actually had a chance to take a look at Nexus, come up with any kind of strategies for Nexus, or anything like that. Basically, everything that you're seeing here is just dynamic, on-the-fly tactics. And honestly, both sides have done a pretty good job at sort of figuring out where they need to be. And again, I gotta commend SLNM. While they weren't able to fully relieve the pressure, you could see what they were trying to do. They were trying to keep their home base pressured at the same time as trying to get some territory around the map, so they had a sort of springboard. It's a very smart play, but unfortunately, Viking just kept that pressure up, and they really did just punish hard for not focusing home base enough, and that was a very smart play as well.
So, a side note, I was doing a little bit of a Gelos cam here. I was following SLNM Gelos. Guess who airhammered him?
Oh, was it Whirlington? Whirlington?
Yeah, it was. It was Whirlington Steel.
Oh, Whirlington.
Shot you in the back.
Oh, Josh.
The dishonorable end.
You know, we saw him kill his own teammate, Valkyrie for Valhalla as well. It's a very dishonorable man.
Yes,
in fact,
indeed.
there is Valkyrie to Valhalla right there.
Get in there.
Hey!
Dude, I said it like multiple times. I give him so much credit. I saw him in there with the engineer tool, repping the maxes and everything like that.
He's getting supported. He's literally getting supported by other medics right now. Like, he leashed. That medic leashed him. He is part of them now. He is. He goes to their office parties.
Yeah, he is no longer the Valkyrie to Valhalla. Now he is the Valkyrie to Beijing.
Yeah, he's in there. He's got business cards.
He's gonna be flying Cathay Pacific. He's gonna be flying in there. No more Viking longboats. Oh, look at this slugfest right now.
Yeah,
but,
it is just an absolute mess in here. That's what you love to see.
Big credit to SLNM here.
Yep.
They kept fighting, and you know what? I really hope that they look at this and they take something away from this, and maybe come out next week with a better idea of what to do in terms of the tactics.
Basically, every outfit really needs to be doing that, because again, as I've said already,
absolutely.
Nobody knows how to play this map yet. This is an absolutely new map, fresh, and it does not play the same way as Desolation. You can't just play on one building and be like, well, I've played all of the buildings. No, there's like 5 different variations of buildings and like 100 different ways to play the map itself. This map is complex, and you gotta really figure out some tactics.
Yeah, I think the only real benefit, like playing on live is one thing, but you know, this feels like if you played Outfit Wars in previous seasons, even though it's a different format now, we're no longer in the Desolation era. There's still a lot that you could have taken away from previous Outfit Wars. To kind of apply to this, and also, you know, things like lane smash. I know we like to make fun of lane smash, but I mean, this is It's about as close to lane smash as you're gonna get because it's got
When
all
it
the
comes to the
same
neutrals, it
tricks and
definitely is.
yeah.
Yeah. If you played in
And
lane smash, you're definitely going to be prepared a lot better because
yeah,
you just know how to do that sort of turtling and quick moving.
yeah, and that's something that Viking has. Like they have a couple of players that have played lane smash before. They've
Oh,
played Outfit Wars.
they did manage to get on hydroponics for just a second
Oh,
there. It
did
looks
they?
like Viking actually is still there. So I mean, they might get a little bit of pressure relief for this last about a minute 30 left. They didn't get anybody on Slate, unfortunately, so they couldn't quite fully get pressure relief. We're just gonna check around, see what we can find for just some of these last remaining fights for our last 60 seconds of this. But a really good job here by both sides. Viking obviously coming out very, very well on top. They came out with most points when it came to the actual points pool. They came out with 323 compared to SLNM only managing at 177 in terms of the pool of points. And obviously, Viking is going to be coming away with the win here in about 45 more seconds. So that's going to put him in a good spot there as we move forward in the tournament. Very, very good job here, though. By like I said, both sides just doing a phenomenal job here, both in defense and offense. And again, we have to give credit to the fact that absolutely nobody has seen this map and nobody has made any PowerPoints of this map. This is not a map that you could just go on to test server and be like, well, let's figure out how we're gonna play this. No, that's not how it works. You can't really do that. Everybody has to basically come up with plays on the fly, and both sides did a phenomenal job at that. SLNM, I think, actually did have a really complex plan. I really wish it could have gone through because I saw what they were doing. But at the end of the day, Viking just too much pressure. They just really pushed it hard. But really good job here. Really good job. And there we go, Vikings with the win. Weirdly enough, we have not been transported off of Nexus yet. Usually,
I'm sure it'll come eventually.
usually we get thrown right back into the sanctuary by now. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, hey, we're here. Here we are. Everybody's having a good time. Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go.
But yeah, it was that was a good match. That was a really good match. I wasn't expecting every match, especially in these first few weeks, to be the most entertaining, but that was a very entertaining match. I'm very glad that we had a chance to cast that. I do think we might still have another match going. Let me just check and see who is streaming it, and I'll raid them for you guys. Let me see here. Yes, we do. Okay, so we got Planetside Battles 3 and Planetside Battles 2. Which one are you thinking? GHG1 via Lokov or AXIG v TTA? I can't really tell.
Do the second one, probably.
Do the second one, PSB2? Alright, let's go ahead and do that one. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and raid PSB2, everybody. Hope you had a good time watching.
See ya.